everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. In the last one, we kind of worked on toughness a bit, working at our mom's place. We also did some sports ball. Now we are out in the world exploring. That is where we left off. So we'll go ahead and continue with that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we are. That actually just sends us back home. But we can do different events. So I think we'll do that here. You're minding your own business when you stumble into... There's something here, something invisible that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end. It's like an electric aura. As you walk forward, it begins to feel like something nipping at your ankles. But when you look down, there's nothing there. You back away. The sensation stops. You move forward. Oh, it's worse. The feeling is like tiny electric bites and is growing more intense. Some kind of microscopic gnats? An electric field of some sort? It hurts, but maybe you can find a way to avoid it and get through the area. Perception. We have a decent amount of perception. Okay. And that's that. Ooh, I could do... Ooh, so this adds +2 to a card? I don't know how those work. Huh. Don't know how those work. Okay, so let's start with 0, 1, 2. How does that work? Is that what I want to do? Let's go back. Let's do 0, 3, 3. Okay, that actually gave us a little bit more. So let's go to the next round. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we just need 5, 0, okay, so we won that. Super goal plus perception. By trial and error and a little intuition, you find a route through, whatever it is. The shock seems strongest near some low-lying fractal palms. You can hear a humming from the palms and decide it must be some kind of natural electric field, maybe to ward off animals like you. Okay, so we got that. Ooh, there's that, but I can't go past. Let's go. Oh, I did see a log. Let me grab that. The mush trees are at their tallest in wet. The mush trees are at their tallest in wet, and you come across a cluster of them that look ripe for harvesting. If you were older, you could probably cut them down and get some kudos for them. Let's give them a friendly pat. You like the mush trees. You give one a pat and are surprised when it moves under your hand. It's not the tree though, but a camouflaged... It's not the tree though, but a camouflaged... It's not the tree though, but a camouflaged creature lying against the trunk. It's small and looks a little like an octopus or a starfish. Lots of long legs wrapped around the tree like it's giving it a hug. Oh, that's interesting. You carefully pick a yellow flower. There's some more. We probably have some stuff. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. Totally transparent, the sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore, especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to the visible signs of this blobgrass field. And there aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. Okay, we'll try it again. Alright, so I can do 0, 1, 2, maybe? Okay. It does seem that we get more out of in sequence numbers than a lot of other stuff. Okay. I might do, let me look. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that gave us 6. Like, this combo only gives us 1. Okay, 0, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, there we go. There it is. You can hop along from that rock to that fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of surveying equipment. You get through the villainous blobgrass. You spend a bunch of time on it, though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. Okay. I don't have that much more stuff that I can do. I could go this way. Do I have enough for like one more thing, or is this too far for me to go at this point? Let's look. Ahead of you, the road curves right, and there's a steep hill leading off to the left. You bet there's a really great view from the top of it, but it's going to be a scramble to get up there. Let's hike it up. Ooh. You leave your pack in some bushes at the base, so you'll be lighter on your feet, then start the trek. It's tiring, and even steeper than it looked from the bottom, but some broad mushroom-capped trees provide shade. Okay, I do not have that. The view from the top is spectacular. You can see all the way to the colony walls in one direction, and down to a little sawmill in the other. Then you spot it, the rock, the most perfect boulder you've ever seen, teetering right on the edge of the slope you just climbed up. It's almost as tall as you are and must weigh at least 2,000 kilos. But it's practically teetering there. You think with enough muscle you could push it over. Well, we cannot. Not today, Rock. Not today. Okay. I really can't do much more. I was just seeing if there was more stuff down here, but it looks like I should head home. So that is what we'll do. I was hoping to find more things I could pick up. This is kind of... Oh, yeah, I can't go that way. I was going to say there's that, but we do need to head back home, and I can do that one next time. Okay. You reach the end of the area. Let's go home. We're going to have to rest tomorrow. You crawl through the big drainage pipe behind the sports ball pitch, carefully sliding the metal grate back into place. Carefully check that the coast is clear. Good thing, too, because Uncle Tonin is passing by on his way to the garrison. You curl up in the shadows and wait for him to leave. That was close. Okay, so I got bravery and perception. I think I need to do... Well, we need to rest because our stress is quite up there. Anyone to talk to? Doesn't look like anyone's in a talking mood. I guess we could check and see if it's dialogue that we've already seen. Yeah, we've already done that. That is not what I'm trying to do. I do need a break, but we're just checking around. Oh, you found me. This is suggesting better than you expected to life on the surface. He's already found new places to hide and do. Whatever he does out there by himself. Does this interest you? Well, we could give him a mush thing. Dis blinks owlishly at your gift. Is it my birthday? I almost forgot. I hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday, but this is nice. Thank you. Learn Dis's birthday. Weird, which means Tange's birthday is today too, because they're twins, so I guess I should give her something as well. Okay, here. I'll give her this. It seems you've remembered my birthday. How thoughtful of you, Tange says, accepting the flower with a dubious look. I'll set this flower aside to analyze later. I'm interested in the properties of all Vertumnan flora. You're more beautiful than a flower. I hope you find it useful. I guess we're at a point of relationship with her that we could do this, but we're not going to do that yet. I hope you find it useful. She turns to walk away, then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought, because I think we're still like 10 years old. I don't think we need to start relationships like that yet. Okay, well, that was lucky, I guess. Okay, we've already done that. We're just checking for new dialogues. Okay. Oh, there's another. This. Your dad is reading a book. An actual book. Dog-eared pages and everything. In the shade of the greenhouses. He blinks up at you when your shadow falls over the pages. Oh, hey, little gooseberry, he laughs. Do you need something? Apparently do not have the toughness, or I guess the animals, which is in the toughness thing, to do that. I don't know how you get the animals, though. Okay. I also don't know when anyone else's birthday is, but we need to go rest. Because we have quite a bit of stress. Let's relax in the lounge. Let's hang out with Tangent. Tangent is quietly reading her holopalm. You plop down beside her and ask her what she's reading. Multicellular biology, she says, frowning at the interruption. If you insist on sitting near me, you could at least do it quietly. No problem. You open your holopalm and find a textbook of old Earth poetry to read. It's never a bad idea to do a little independent study. Though she's a little prickly, you can tell Tange appreciates the company. I do not want to forget, no. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning, you wake in the darkness and have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a holostream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals. If you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the month. What's the point in even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. Yeah, hella dull. Or no way, it looks cool out there. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council, warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for a month. There's tension in the air, as if everyone is waiting for something. Oh, I want to sneak out. Okay. Glow. Unfortunately. Oh no, I could. Oh, it's so cool looking. I guess let's discuss with people if they'll have new conversations. Dis is staring off into the wilderness outside the gates. Feels different, he mumbles. Dunno how, just different. You ask him what he means, but he just shakes his head and stuffs his hands in his pockets. Anemone holds her stomach as you approach. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me, she wonders. I feel like I could eat a whole one of them mushroom trees. Just, She mimes shoving a whole giant mushroom in her mouth. I feel like I've had that dialogue before, but we'll check around. I wonder if I can sneak out. We are going to try. Heather, your mom stops you as you walk by. What are you doing out of our quarters? It isn't safe out here. I was just heading back. She folds her arms and eyes you suspiciously. That's right you were, she says. Good girl. As you walk away and are just out of earshot, you hear her mumble, stars. It is beautiful, though. Do I have to do that, or can I do other things? Okay, I cannot do that yet. So let's leave. I probably should do reasoning, but I'm really interested in going out if I could. Oh, I can't. Hey, what are you doing? Dis says, spotting you trying to take the grate off the drain pipe that leads outside the walls. Don't be a nullhead. Haven't you seen the extra lookouts on the walls? They'll spot you for sure. Then they'll find our secret exit and it'll be gone for good. You suppose he's right. They have been patrolling a lot during Glow. You wouldn't want to be caught. Okay, so I guess I can't do that. We'll go to school. Alright, let's study life sciences. We want to get that reasoning up. Tange is absent almost all this month. Hal explains that Chief Engineer Instance has asked for Tange's help with a few experiments. Because you're judged on what you know, not what you prove you've learned in class, many older students choose to skip class and instead get hands-on experience in their field of interest. Tange has been working closely with Instance since she was just a kid. Okay. 13, not bad. 1. Set neighbors to this value. 3. Okay. I got biology 2. Reasoning 1. Is there a better reasoning option than this? Perception is 24. Bravery here is 18. Toughness is 8. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start. Well, what passes for day, it's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you used for hull breaches and fires. And in space, it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means you go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction, you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? Bravely help fight. Hiding in the creche. Let's bravely help fight. You'll try your best to be brave and fight back. First, you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche. Then you head outside to get your bearings. You can hear yelling from up the stairs to command, and a commotion to the southeast at the geoponics where your parents are working. Let's go to geoponics. Ooh, we might have done the bad thing. Your parents are defending the greenhouses from a pack of knee-high creatures which seem to have eyes glowing all over their bodies. Their oily flesh ripples with a constant subtle motion as the individual eyes blink one at a time, incessantly. You can't tell which end is which with these horrible things. Cal is standing nearby. Wide-eyed, he slowly picks up a shovel and moves beside you. He reluctantly holds the shovel in front of himself like a weapon. Easy, doggies, he whispers. We don't want to hurt you. Get out of here, both of you! Run! Your mom shouts, attracting the pack's attention. All except one animal, which moves straight towards you and Cal. We could figure out what it wants. You look into its too many eyes and see fear. This creature is scared of you. To Cal's amazement, you crouch down to try to look less threatening, and choose 2 eyes at random to look into, to communicate with. You start to reach out a hand, but the creature is trembling. Staring into its eyes has made it even more frightened than before. It pounces. Okay, 27. We've done 27. I only have to do 1, 2, 3 maybe? Let's try different ones. Start with 0, 1, 2. Okay. 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. Color and this. Although it did put them all to 1. I don't like that. But I guess it evens out. Because it added this 1 to this and 1 from that. So it's the same. Okay. So 0, 1, 2. Okay. We did win. And we got combat too. You killed it with nothing but a rake, thrust deep into several of the creature's many eyes. The rest of the pack scampers off the moment it falls. You've never killed anything before. The body of the creature that was so terrifying a minute ago now looks strangely small and harmless. All of its eyes have closed for good. Cal crouches beside it, in shock. I told you to run, Heather. Uh-oh. Your mom looks furious that you put yourself in danger. She storms over and you think she's going to slap you. Then suddenly she pulls you into her arms and hugs you. She keeps rocking you and saying, my baby, over and over. It's pretty surreal. Almost as weird as the dog things with the eyes, honestly. After 2 weeks of darkness, with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed. This time. Oh, I don't like that. Early quiet. Okay, let's see. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the Skills and Friends button at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck! Okay, so I have the Sun Medallion. These are my cards. Tange has the most friendship. I'm less inclined with these two, so maybe these 3. Oh, we've got tons of stress, though. All right. I guess let's talk to Tange. Tange is standing still with her face held up to the sky, letting blue snowflakes land on her cheeks. They melt almost immediately. She doesn't move as you approach. After a minute, she winces and rubs her eyes. It stings, she says, because it's made of acid. Acid snow? Tange nods. Professor Hal says it isn't harmful and is an important part of the natural cycle here. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that are so heavy they fall from the clouds. You can see them under a microscope. She sticks her tongue out and lets some flakes fall onto it. It tastes kind of sour, but sweet, she observes. Fascinating. Tange pulls a sample jar out of her coat. We know what it's made of, but our understanding is incomplete, she says, and places the jar on an outcropping of rocks. The big mushrooms changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I wonder, is there some sort of signal that precedes the changing of the seasons? What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from quiet season? A small excited smile creeps across Tange's face. There's so much to learn about this planet. I can't wait. You and your brother are so much alike. Tange narrows her eyes. Yes, we used to get that a lot, she says. I guess it's still true, if you think sneaking out of the colony is the same as valid scientific research. She frowns at you. He's so dumb, she mutters, and shoves her hands under her arms. He only cares about feelings, especially his own. Okay. So we are going to have to take a break. Let's go ahead and do that, I guess. You spend several hours a day obsessively checking the local HoloNet for updates. With so few people in the colony, social media can be very dead. It feels like you're talking to yourself sometimes. You try to start a few conversations, but most people are busy at work or school. Okay. I didn't really want to take the month off. So much happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all the excitement, you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of, "Surprise!" A Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Sparks snow drifts slowly past your porthole windows as you snuggle with your father. Your mother climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least, you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Heather's not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there now. I helped. I was a hero. Don't even start, your mom snaps. You should have been in the crush with the others, not putting yourself in danger for no reason. You don't get it. You know your mom wasn't a farmer back on Earth. She was a fighter, too. She's such a hypocrite. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know. Even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. Your mom gives you a stern look. And I know your friend Dis has been sneaking outside the wall, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What, me? Never. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. Okay. All right. So it is now the next year. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. We do now have defense training, which I believe is right here, and should give us like combat skills and animals. Okay, that might be good. Let's leave. We'll do that next time. I do want some of that. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for this time, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.